Exotic cars. It's about import tuner cars, which I believe are nearly as popular in Europe now as they are in North America. Customization of the car. The basic concept of the game is you race. If you win money. That money you take and put back into your car, and that allows you to upgrade the visual aspects of the car and the performance aspects of the car. So what you see here is a base model car that you can start the game with. So this is what you get out of the box. What there are, though, is there are 15 different areas of visual upgrade that you can apply to your car. So when you win your money, this is where you can spend it. Basically, anything you think that you could upgrade on your car, you should be able to upgrade on your car, you can. So we'll go through the visual upgrades first. There are body upgrades, there are paint upgrades, decals, and vinyls. So we'll start with the paint. There will be over 100 different colors in the game, and the way it works is all the upgrades, both performance and visual, are separated into 3 categories: level 1, level 2, level 3. And when you start the game, you'll get this top layer opened up for you, but as you race, you'll unlock the ability to go in and buy a second set of colors, and eventually you'll have over 100 different colors available for the car, as well as different paint styles. So there'll be pearl paint, like this, and metallic paints as well. So it's kind of up to you what you want to put on your car. So from there, once we decide on a color to paint our car, we can go in and we'll actually at some point be able to paint all the different parts of the car that we put on. So if you put on a front bumper or a pair of rims or a spoiler and you don't like the color that it comes in, you can change that. So all the parts that are in the colors that will be available to you for painting your base model car will be available for painting each of the parts of the car. So here's an example of our drag race. It's the new mode to Need for Speed this year. Whereas in a traditional Need for Speed track, they're usually a lot longer tracks, and they're 5 to 7 minutes in length. And the idea behind that is you manage your race over time. So you pick your best speed line, and you manage the race relative to your opponents over 3, 4, 7, 10 minutes. How long do I avoid oncoming traffic or cross traffic? So see, there's a tag on the left. Basically, the controls for this mode are very simple. All I have to do is shift at the right time, change lanes. That should be my entries. So as you can see, we're really trying to emphasize the sensation of speed in the drag race this year and throughout the entire game. And we've done that by bringing in a 2-time Oscar nominee for visual effects. He came to the team from ILM. And he was nominated for Oscars on the pod racing sequence on episode 1, and also he developed all the wave technology for Perfect Storm. So this guy's got 10 years in visual effects that he's bringing to the team, and what he's done is he's brought effects like camera shake, light streaking, helps us understand how reflections work in the environment well to increase the sensation of speed. So that's kind of why now, when I play this game, it feels like I'm actually driving 100 miles an hour as opposed to in the past on a lot of different driving games where it says 150 miles an hour on the screen, it feels like I'm going 20. So that's a major emphasis of the product, is the sensation of speed. So what you're seeing here is a drag track. There are actually 7 drag tracks in the game. This is an example of one of the more simple ones, but you do have to deal with things like real world trains. You have to be able to let off the gas basically so you don't blow your engine while you're in the air. So again, we slowly ramp up the difficulty for the player and add more complexity as the drag races progress. This is an example of one of the areas of town that are being developed for both drag racing and the circuit racing in the game. It's our industrial section of town, so it looks a little bit different than some of the other areas that you'll see in just a minute, and certainly different than the last area that we saw, which was more of our downtown core area for that drag race. And then the next section I'll show you in the circuit racing will be the Chinatown area. So as you can see, it's a little different experience than the last drag race. My interest there. You have to be aware of oncoming traffic and traffic in the crossing lanes. And then if you're good, you control your car like that. And the main mode of the game is a career mode. that the player will progress through, and the idea behind that is they have to become proficient at all types of driving. So the driving that you see in the game today is circuit racing and drag racing, but we're also adding sprint racing or point-to-point racing, which is pretty traditional Need for Speed. So this is an example of one of the circuit tracks. The idea behind this is it's a much shorter track than any of the Need for Speed tracks, whereas with Italian exotic sports cars, European exotic sports cars, their cars actually win their own at over 150 miles an hour, so that's when you really see what's great about the car and why you pay $1 for it. These cars are all Frankenstein together, and they're built to be lightweight, quick accelerating, good handling cars. And these cars actually come in their own very low, so in the between 50 to 100 miles an hour. And they also do a lot of racing in city environments. So what we've done is we've created tracks that are much shorter than anything we've had in Need for Speed in the past. So instead of 3 to 5 to 7 minute tracks, you've got 1 to 3 minute tracks at most. They all take place in the city environment. It all takes place at night. The reason why they all take place at night is to be true to the culture. These guys that are out racing on the streets are all doing it at 2, 3 in the morning on city streets where there's less traffic. So as you can see from this, we carry the reflection through on all the tracks. It's a pretty cool effect. Overdo it. Put it everywhere. So when you get into sections like this Chinatown, it really shows it off. As you can see, we try and carry through the sensations into the circuit racing as well. Same obstacles apply in circuit racing as they do in the drag racing. You have to deal with things like cross traffic, oncoming traffic, and what we call split-second moments, which are big events, whether it's drawbridges or trolley cars across the lane, trains across the road. It doesn't matter, you have to get to it. The game will be 2-player on the console systems, and then 4-player online, both on the PC and on PS2.